Hey everybody, I thought I would take a one-game diversion from my 1987 Atlanta Braves replay using History Maker Baseball by playing out the game I just finished on History Maker Baseball, game number 47, playing it out on Strat-O-Matic and seeing how Strat-O-Matic handles that particular game and just giving a different feel for the cards and different player ratings and so forth, and see how that goes. Just something to be a little different, break the monotony. So I've got the game that's all scheduled here, and this is the game, of course, that was just completed, that the Cubs won in the replay on History Maker Baseball by the score of 6-2. So we're going to get going here. I've got my score sheet over here with all the ratings filled in. Got my dice tray, so I can go ahead and roll the dice on the tray, since I don't really have a good place to roll it otherwise. Although I guess I could roll it on the score sheet, so maybe I'll do that. Let me see if I can do that first. I'll try that as a first option and see what happens after that. The problem a lot of times with these rolling the dice and so forth, especially with Strat-O-Matic cards, is you like to have those things in your hand. And of course, if you have one hand holding cards and one hand holding the phone to record, there's no hand to roll the dice. So we'll see what happens here. We've got David Palmer as the starter and Ryne Sandberg as the leadoff batter. And as you can see, as I mentioned in the previous video, that Ryne Sandberg was erroneously rated as a semi-iron in the History Maker game. You can see on Strat-O-Matic he's given a 1 rating, which is the best rating you can have. And so that's Gold Glove type guys get that. So that's why I changed him to at least, as a bare minimum, a semi-gold. But as Keith said, you know, you're welcome to change whatever ratings you like. That's the beauty of the game. Or you can leave it as is. All right, so we'll see what Strat-O-Matic does here with this. Ryne Sandberg facing David Palmer, so he gets a kind of a redo here, even though it's not going to go into the official stats. It's kind of an afterthought exhibition game. So we'll see what happens. First roll is a 4-4, so we're off Palmer's card, and we immediately go to the fielder's check because we got a fly ball to center field X. And center fielder Dion James is a 3 with an error rating of 1, so pretty much if he gets to it, he catches it. So with 3, we're going to be looking right here in the center field shot. So basically, as long as he doesn't roll a 1 through a 6 on the D20, he will make the play. Anything else pretty much is going to be an out. It is a 17. A 17 says it's a fly ball A. So Dion James hauls that in without any issues. 1 down. Ryne Sandberg is out of there. And that'll bring up Jerry Mumphrey, the left fielder. We get a 3-5, so this is under Mumphrey's card. 3 and a 5 is a single, star, but of course nobody's on base, so it's just simply a single for Mumphrey. So he is aboard. He's only a steal rating of E, so he's not going anywhere, especially with Andre Dawson coming up. Don't want to take the bat out of his hands. So here's the roll for Dawson. It's a 2-7. 2-7 for Dawson. It's got a split chance of a number 1 would be a triple. Anything else is a single, star. So looks like runners are going to be at the corners. And that is the case. Runners are at the corners. That single by Dawson has just put runners at the corners with 1 out for Leon Bull Durham. So Durham with a chance. Braves at double play depth. It's a 4-8. 4-8 for Palmer is a walk. So Palmer has walked Durham, and that will load the bases with only 1 out. And that'll bring up Keith Moreland, who is a double play candidate. He's got some ground ball A's on his card, so we'll see. It's a 5-3, so we're off Palmer's card. 5-3 is actually going to be a strikeout. So Palmer rearing back and putting a little extra on that one. Got it by Durham. I'm sorry, by Davis for 2 outs. I said Moreland. It was actually Davis. Now Keith Moreland's coming up. My bad. That was Jody Davis. Now here's Keith Moreland. 2 outs, bases loaded. 6-9. 6-9. 6-9's a fly ball to right field C, so Murphy handles it, and Palmer pitches out of the mess. So after half an inning, it is Chicago 0, and the Braves coming to bat. And pitching for the Cubbies, of course, Rick Sutcliffe. And leading off for the Braves will be Dion James. Here we go, Dion James to lead it off. 3-7. 3-7 is a strikeout. So Sutcliffe early on Puts Deion James away. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Ken Oberkfell. Oberkfell, a 3-9. 3-9 is a ground ball to third base B, so Moreland handles it, no problem. It is now 2 away, 2 up, 2 down for the first baseman, Gerald Perry. Perry, a 4-9 against Sutcliffe. 4-9 is a strikeout. So a strikeout for Perry, and Sutcliffe has an easy 1-2-3 inning, picking up 2 strikeouts. 2 of the 3 outs were strikeouts, so after 1 complete, we are still scoreless. And we'll bring the next set of cards in. Palmer back on the bump. Dunston to lead things off. Dunston, Martinez, and Sutcliffe to lead off the second. It's a 4-5 off of Palmer's card. 4-5 is a fly ball to center field that Deion James handles easily. And there's 1 away for Dave Martinez. Dave Martinez, a 3-3. 3-3 is a ground ball to Oberkfell at third. He'll flip on over to Gerald Perry. And there's quickly 2 away, and that'll bring up Rick Sutcliffe. He is batting off pitcher hitting card number 3. He is using pitcher hitting card number 3. I'm sorry, number 6. I'm looking at Palmer, I'm sorry. Let's get Sutcliffe here. Sutcliffe's using pitcher hitting card number 3. Got it straight. All right, it's pitcher hitting card number 3. It's a 1-11. So 1-11 is a split chance. 1-6 is a single. 7-20 is a line out to the second baseman. It is a 14, so he lines out to Hubbard to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs here in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second, still no score. All right, bottom of the second. I think I've gotten to the point now when I'm doing this that I'm going to need to pause between each half inning to make a smooth transition to the next half inning instead of you watching me slide cards around. So I think that's what I'll do going forward. All right, Dale Murphy leads things off. And it's a 3-9. 3-9 for Murphy is a strikeout. So Sutcliffe got the strikeout pitch going today. And 3 of the 4 outs have been strikeouts. That'll bring up Ken Griffey. Griffey, a 3-7. 3-7, and that's a strikeout. So back-to-back, back-to-back Ks. Seem to have a frog in my throat today. All right. I was at a football game last night and probably out in the cool air may have done something to my throat. I don't know. All right, here's Andres Thomas. 110. 110 is a walk. So finally, a non-strikeout, and the Braves get their first base runner. It's a 2-out walk to Thomas. He's a C stealer, so he's not going anywhere. Here's Ozzie Virgil. 2-8. 2-8 for Virgil. It's a ground ball shortstop A. So that's technically going to be a fielder's choice where Dunston flips to Sandberg. And the inning's over. So after 2 complete from Fulton County Stadium, we are scoreless. Okay, top of the third, and I mentioned Fulton County Stadium, but I'm just playing the advanced rules, so we're not going to be using the clutch or the ballpark effects in this game. So Sandberg, top of the order, due up for the Cubbies. He flied to center his first time up. It's a 3-9. 3-9 is a ground ball to Andres Thomas at short, and there's 1 away. And that will bring up left fielder Jerry Mumphrey. Mumphrey singled his first time up. Stranded at third. It's a 1-7. 1-7 is going to be another hit for Mumphrey. Could be a double. 1-6 is a double. Anything else is a single. It's a 1, so Mumphrey will get a double. 2/3 of the way to the cycle for Jerry Mumphrey. And he's on second base with 1 out for the Hawk, Andre Dawson. Need to be careful with Dawson. 2-4. 2-4, he pops it up to Glenn Hubbard at second for out number 2. So pop up to second, makes out number 2, and that brings up the dangerous Leon Durham. He's got a really dangerous column 1, so we'll see what happens here. It's a 3, column 3, 3-7. 3-7 is a strikeout, so not so dangerous when he's in column 3. And the inning's over. Cubs are gone. In the top of the third, we go to the bottom of the third. Still no score. All right, Glenn Hubbard to lead off the bottom of the third. It'll be Hubbard, Palmer, and James. And Hubbard, a 1-12. 1-12, he fouls out to Jody Davis. So Hubbard made short work of. And now Palmer is up, and he is pitcher hitting card number 6. So that's what we will be using for him. And it's a 2-4. 2-4 is a strikeout. So another strikeout for Sutcliffe. And through the first 9 batters, he has struck out 5. So 5 of the 9 have been gone down on Ks. Here's Deion James. He was the first strikeout victim. It's a 6-11. 6-11 against a lefty is a ground ball pitcher X. Sutcliffe is a 2. So we'll see what we get here. We get a 10, which is going to take it to the error rating. And Sutcliffe's error rating is a 24. So it's going to E24. And we get a 10. So pitcher, E24 and a 10 is a ground ball A. So he was able to make the play. Sutcliffe got it no problem. And he will throw out Deion James 1-3. And the inning's over. So 3 complete here in Atlanta. And we are still scoreless. All right, top of the 4th. And we're going to try something different. We're going to put the cards on the score sheet. Maybe that will make it where I don't have to pan quite as much. So here's the first batter, Jody Davis, to lead off. He struck out his first time up. It's a 3-6. 3-6 is a single. So Jody Davis, leadoff single. He is aboard. And that brings up Keith Moreland. Moreland flied to right his first time up. This time it's a 6-5 under Palmer. 6-5 is a ground ball second base C. So the runner will advance. Davis will go to second base. And it's a 4-3 ground out as Hubbard throws out Moreland for out number 1. And that brings up the shortstop, Shawan Dunston. Runner in scoring position. It's a 2-10. 2-10 is a ground ball to shortstop B. We're not using the ballpark effects, so that would have been a ballpark check if we had. But it's a ground ball shortstop B. And on a ground ball B, runners are going to hold if they're not forced. So, and that makes sense with the ground ball to short, that Jody Davis, a slow runner, would not go anywhere. So there's 2 away. And that brings up the number 8 hitter, Dave Martinez. Now, first base is open. They could walk Martinez and pitch to Sutcliffe and keep a weaker hitter from driving in a run. Or they could pitch to Martinez, take a chance, get him out, and have Sutcliffe lead off the next inning. So that's what they're going to try. See if it works out. 1-4. 1-4, it did work out. It's a ground ball to second. So Martinez is out 4-3. And Chuck Tanner's strategy pays off because now Sutcliffe will lead off the top of the 5th. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, still no score. Okay, bottom of the 5th, it'll be Ken Oberkfell. And we get a 5-4. 5-4 is a potential home run. 1-8 is a homer. 9-20 will be a double. So let's see here. And does Oberkfell have in power? No, he's a weak power hitter. So even if he gets the roll that would have been a home run, it's just a single. So he's actually better off getting a double. Again, he did. He got a 14. That's a double. So Ken Oberkfell gets the leadoff double against Sutcliffe. And that'll bring up Gerald Perry. Actually, a little harder to do on the score sheet when I'm using the bottom row to score the Braves. So we'll keep it over here when the Braves bat. And maybe put it back on the score sheet when the Cubs bat. All right, so Gerald Perry, after that leadoff double, has a chance to advance Oberkfell, even with a ground out. 1-4. 1-4, not this time. He's going to pop out to Sandberg. So nothing doing there. No advancement. There are now 1 away for Dale Murphy. And the Murph with a chance to drive home the first run of the game. Sutcliffe will have to be careful. It's a 2-6. 2-6. It's a home run for Dale Murphy. It would have been a ballpark check, but we're not doing the ballpark effects, so it's a straight-out home run. So Sutcliffe grooves one, and the Murph doesn't miss it. And the Braves lead it 2-0. So Murphy giving the Braves the lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Still only 1 out for Ken Griffey. Griffey a 1-3. 1-3 is a strikeout. So maybe Sutcliffe got a little mad about that home run and came back and struck out Griffey for out number 2. Griffey has struck out both times he's been to the plate. Here's Andres Thomas. He walked his first time up. 3-8. 3-8 is a single. So Andres Thomas with a 2-out single. Trying to keep a rally going here for Ozzie Virgil, the catcher, and he does have some power. So potentially the inning is not over yet. Here's Virgil. It's a 5-9, so we're going off of Sutcliffe. And that is a ground ball, second base, C, and the inning is over. So he grounds to Sandberg to end the inning, but the 2-run homer by Murphy, and after 4 complete, it's Atlanta 2 and Chicago nothing. All right, Rick Sutcliffe to lead off the top of the 5th using pitcher hitting card number 3. And it's a 3-6. 3-6 is a strikeout. So Sutcliffe taken care of early, and that'll take us to the top of the order, and Ryan Sandberg, 0 for 2 for Sandberg. 2-9. 2-9 is a ground ball to short, so Thomas fields that one, throws over to Perry. Quickly 2 away for Jerry Mumphrey. Mumphrey's 2 for 2, a single and a double. And we get a 2-4. 2-4, this time it's a ground ball to Hubbard, and that will end the inning. So Palmer rolling along here through 5 complete for him, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. It is still Braves 2 and Cubs nothing. Glenn Hubbard leads off the bottom of the 5th. It's a 2-10. 2-10 is a single. 2-10 is a single to right field, so Hubbard with the base hit, and that's going to set up a bunting situation for the pitcher Palmer. Now Palmer's bunt rating, if we look at his card, let's see, does it give a bunt rating? Let's see, I don't see a bunt rating on these cards, so I'm not sure what that's going to be. We'll have to default and go to the pitcher hitting card, and the pitcher hitting card says he's a bunting C. So apparently these older cards, some of these older cards don't have the bunt rating on there, so you just have to kind of wing it, I guess. And we will say that he's going to use his, since he's using his pitcher hitting card number 6, and that's a C, we'll go with C. Now the infield is going to be in at the corner, so that makes him a D bunter. So we'll go to the advanced chart for bunting under quality D, and it's an 11. That's probably not good. 11 and a D. A D and an 11. Batter pops out, runners hold, so at least it wasn't a double play. But he popped up the bunt to Leon Durham for out number 1, but basically no harm, no foul, because it was not a double play and it didn't wreck the inning. All right, here's Deion James. James a 3-7. 3-7's a strikeout, so Sutcliffe back on his strikeout regime for out number 2, or strikeout regiment, I should say. Out number 2 for Ken Oberkfell, who doubled and scored on the Murphy homer his last time up, 5-4. 5-4, he found it again. 5-4 is a 1-8 for a home run, but of course he's a weak power hitter, so it would be a single. Or 9-20 will be a double. And he got another double again. So Oberkfell, back-to-back doubles. This one is a 2-out variety, so now we got Gerald Perry up. So Perry has to do something. 2-12. 2-12, he did something. He fouled out to Jody Davis to end the inning. So Perry is gone, and so are the Braves here in the 5th. We played 5 complete here in Atlanta, and the score still remains Atlanta 2 and the Cubs nothing. Top of the 6th, Andre Dawson, the Hawk, leads things off. And Palmer, the 6th, starts his point of weakness inning, but right now he's pitching a shutout, so that's not really a factor. Here is Dawson. It's a 1-5. 1-5 is a ground ball to the third baseman Oberkfell, so a 5-3 ground out, 1 away. So as long as he's effective, Palmer can keep going. Here's Durham. 3-10. 3-10 is a ground ball back to Palmer. 1-3, easy ground out. A lot of ground ball outs in this game. Palmer has only given up 3 fly balls. Everything else has been ground outs or a couple of strikeouts. So here's Jody Davis. He's got the ground ball working. Getting the Cubs to pound it in the dirt. 2-5. Did it again. Ground ball short. So Thomas will take it. 3 up, 3 down. Nothing doing for the Cubs. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The score still Atlanta 2 and the Cubs nothing. Bottom of the 6th, Murphy is up. Sutcliffe, his point of weakness starts next inning in the 7th, so assuming he's still pitching, then we'll worry about that at that time. Here's Murphy. Homered his last time up. Big 2-run homer. It's a 4-11. 4-11, this time is a fly ball left field X, and that's going to be Jerry Mumphrey territory. And Mumphrey's not the best fielder in the world. He's a rated 4. 4-rated fielder. So let's see if he does anything here. It is a 4, so that's not good for the outfielder. If he's a 4-rated and the roll is a 4 and a 4 is a double. Would have been a base clearing double if anybody had been on, but it's a leadoff double for Dale Murphy. So he has homered and doubled now his last 2 times up. And that brings up Ken Griffey. Ken Griffey. It's a 3-11. 3-11 is a single to center field. So single to center field, Murphy will, they're going to go ahead and hold Murphy at third since there's nobody out. Got runners at the corners, nobody out, and the Cub bullpen may be beginning to loosen here as Frank DePino, the lefty, is tossing. Here's Andres Thomas, 6'4", or under Sutcliffe. 6'4" is a catcher X. Catcher X, Jody Davis, is a 2-rated catcher. So we'll see what he does here on the 2-rated catcher. 13, that's going to be a pass ball and a pop out. Pass ball and a pop out. So the pass ball on Jody Davis will allow Murphy to score. So he will score on the pass ball. And Griffey will move up to second base. And Andres Thomas pops out to Jody Davis for out number 1. So Griffey's at second. 1 out. 1 run in for Ozzie Virgil. It's a 3-8. 3-8 for Virgil is a strikeout. So Sutcliffe strikes out Virgil for out number 2. And I'll bring up Glenn Hubbard. 1 for 2 with a single. And we got a 5-3. 5-3 is a fly ball right field X. This is Andre Dawson territory. And Dawson is a 1-rated outfielder, so pretty good chance he'll make this play. It's a 19, so he definitely makes the play. A 1-19 is a fly ball C. But with 3 outs, that being a third out, it's irrelevant. But the Braves pick up a run, unearned as it is on the pass ball. But they don't care. They now lead 3-0 after 6. Okay, we start the 7th. Palmer is set to lead off the bottom of the 7th, so this is probably going to be his last inning, even if he keeps the shutout going, because he was not known to pitch complete games or anything. So bullpen action for the Braves. Paul Ossenmacher, the lefty, and Gene Garber, the righty, are both soft tossing in the bullpen. Right now, Keith Moreland starts off the top of the 7th. And it's a 3-10. 3-10 for Moreland is a single. So it's a single for Keith Moreland to start off the 7th. And remember that Palmer is in his point of weakness inning, so if he allows 2 more hits or unintentional walks, he will be at his point of weakness. Here's Dunston. 3-9. 3-9 for Dunston. That's a single to right field, and that will move Moreland up a base. Moreland not very fast, and Murphy has a good arm, and there's nobody out, and you're down by 3, so you're not going to be taking the extra bases. It's going to be station to station. And that'll be Dave Martinez up, and a pinch hitter will be coming up for Sutcliffe after Martinez. Here's Martinez. It's a 4-12. 4-12 is a ground ball first base C, so Perry will take it to the bag himself, but the runners will advance. So runners at second and third now with 2 outs, and we're going to have a pinch hitter. So we'll be right back with the pinch hitter for Sutcliffe in just a moment. Okay, the pinch hitter is Bob Dernier. He will be pinch hitting for Sutcliffe. For Sutcliffe, he went 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs. Only 2 were earned because the pass ball made that last run unearned. Walked 1, struck out 8, and of course gave up the big home run to Murphy. But here is Dernier with runners at second and third, 1 out. The infield's going to play back and get the out for the run, or allow the run to score to get the out. Here's a 3-12. And a 3-12 is a line out to third base max plus injury. So it's a line out to third, and Oberkfell will step on the bag, and the inning is over. So it's a 3 unassisted double play for Oberkfell, as he will step on the third base bag to retire Moreland. So a line out double play. He smacked it hard, but Oberkfell was able to grab it. And just like that, the Cubs are gone here in the top of the 7th. And we'll be right back with the new Cubs pitcher, lefty Frank DePino. All right, so Frank DePino is on to pitch here in the bottom of the 7th. And since the pitcher spot is due up, pinch hitter for the Braves will be Gary Renicky. So Renicky step to the plate to pinch hit here for Palmer. It's a 4-9 against a righty. 4-9 is a fly ball to left. One away, so Renicky is retired in his pinch hitting role. He is out. Dion James steps to the plate. 2-3. 2-3. Dion James against a lefty. 2-3 is a ground ball to short. So handled easily by Dunston. 2 away. And that brings up another lefty, Ken Oberkfell. So lefty on lefty matchup. Oberkfell has doubled twice in a row. 5-6. 5-6. This time he strikes out against the lefty. So Oberkfell is out of there. 1-2-3 inning for DePino. Very efficient. And so we completed 7 with the score still Atlanta 3, Chicago nothing, and we'll be right back with the new Atlanta pitcher for the 8th. Okay, new pitcher for the Braves is side-winding right-hander Gene Garber. Closed the book on Palmer, pitched a wonderful game, 7 innings, 6 hits, no runs, walked 1, struck out 3. Stands to be the winner if the Braves bullpen can hold a 3-0 lead. Top of the order for the Cubs, Ryan Sandberg, he's 0 for 3. See if he can change his luck here against the new pitcher in Garber. 6-9. 6-9 is going to be a base hit. So it's a single for Sandberg. So maybe the Cubs can get something going against the Braves bullpen, the much maligned bullpen. And that'll bring up Jerry Mumphrey. 2 for 3, single and a double. And we got a 6-7. 6-7 is going to be a single to right field. So he found a single off of Garber's card. Sandberg being down by 3 is just going to play station to station. And now we have Andre Dawson stepping to the plate with 2 on and nobody out. And Paul Ossenmacher feverishly tossing in the Braves bullpen, the lefty. He could be coming in to face Leon Durham if Garber doesn't get Dawson here. 3-7. 3-7 for Dawson is a split chance. 1-8 is a single. 9-20 is a line out to short. It is an 8, so that is a single, but it's 1 star. So that means the bases are loaded. And Garber having all kinds of issues. Chuck Tanner's going to the bullpen. He's going to make the move. He wants the lefty. So we'll be right back with the pitching change as the lefty Paul Ossenmacher is being summoned in to face left-hander Leon Durham. All right, Paul Ossenmacher, the lefty, to take on Leon Durham. This is a 1-batter outing as Jim Acker is set to come in, the righty, right after this, but they want Ossenmacher to face the left-handed hitting Durham. Lefty on lefty matchup with the bases loaded and nobody out. Braves at double play depth looking to turn 2. It's a 1-5. Durham against a lefty, 1-5. Against a righty, it would have been a single. Had it been still Garber, that would have been a single. 1-5 against a lefty is a split chance. A 1-6 will be a single, but a 7-20 is a line out to second. So we'll see. If it's a 7-20, Ossenmacher will have done his job. And he did. It's a 15, so it's a line out to Hubbard for out number 1. That ball was smoked, but right at Hubbard. And so Ossenmacher comes in, does his job, pitches to the 1 batter he needs to face. He will now exit, and Jim Acker, the right-hander, the closer, is now in trying to get a 5-out save, which was not uncommon back in 1987. So Ossenmacher, with the 3rd of an inning, did his job. Bases are still loaded with 1 out. And Jim Acker in to face Jody Davis, who is a double play candidate. Lots of ground ball A's on his card. So let's see if Acker can induce one. It's a 3-9. 3-9. No, he did not. He induced a single to left field. So that's a base hit to left. And that's going to score 1 run. They might consider doing 2, but with 1 out, I think they're going to hold everybody, keep the bases loaded, keep the train going, and see what Keith Moreland can do here. Bases loaded, still only 1 out. And here's Keith Moreland against Jim Acker. It's a 3-7. 3-7 is a split chance, a single or a double. Either way, 2 runs are going to score here 1 to 5 is a double. 6 to 20 is a single. It's a single, but it's a star-star single. And so Moreland with the base hit scores Mumphrey and Dawson. And that will tie the ball game at 3. And Palmer now is no longer eligible for the win. And Sutcliffe has been taken off the hook for the loss. And now we've got Shawan Dunston up with runners at the corners and only 1 out. Acker putting fuel to the fire, not putting the fire out. So here's the pitch to Dunston. They need a double play in the worst way. It's a 5-7. 5-7. Ground ball second base X. They got a chance at a double play. Hubbard is a 1-rated, he's a 2-rated second baseman. So let's see what happens on the roll here. It is a 6. A 6. So a 2-rated second baseman. A 2-rated second baseman and a 6 is a ground ball A. So that, in fact, is a double play. 4-6-3. And they got what they wanted, but it happened about 2 batters too late. So it's a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. But the Cubbies pick up 3 runs here in the top of the 8th. And after 7.5, we are tied at 3. All right, bottom of the 8th, and Frank DiPino's in for his second inning of work. He only faced 3 batters last inning, so he's still pretty good. And he'll be facing lefty Gerald Perry, who's 0 for 3. That's a 3-7 against a lefty. 3-7 this time. Well, not a good chance. 1 or a 2 will be a double. Anything else is a fly out to Dawson. And it's an 8, so that's a fly out to Dawson for 1 away. And that'll bring up Murphy. We're going to leave DiPino in there to face Murphy because Griffey, the lefty, is up next. And we get a 4-6. 4-6, he struck him out. So DiPino, not worried about lefty-righty. He's going to get everybody out, apparently, as Murphy goes down swinging. That'll bring up Ken Griffey. And we get a 4-10. 4-10, ground ball to the pitcher. DiPino fields it, throws to first, and the inning is over. Nothing doing for the Braves in the 8th. We go to the 9th. Still tied at Fulton County Stadium, 3-3. All right, Dave Martinez to start the top of the 9th. Acker still in there. It'll be Martinez, then a pinch hitter, Chico Walker, and then Sandberg. 1-12. 1-12 is a foul out to the catcher, Virgil. So 1 away, and now the pinch hitter, Chico Walker, steps to the plate. Switch hitter. Chico in the man. 2-10. 2-10 is a ground ball to Perry at first. So Acker maybe settling down just a bit here after that rough 8th inning. Now there's 2 outs, but not out of the woodwork yet because Sandberg could go yard. He's capable. 5-4. 5-4, and you just might have it. 1 to 15 is a homer. He's definitely got normal power, so 1 to 15 is going to be a homer. And 16 to 20 is going to be a double. It's a 5, so Sandberg has gone yard off of Acker. And the Cubs have grabbed a 4-3 lead. And what do I see in the bullpen but big Lee Smith loosening for the Cubs. He will come in to pitch the bottom of the 9th. But the Cubs may not be done yet, as Jerry Mumphrey is in, and Jeff Dedman's in the bullpen, but it may not matter anymore now since they've lost the lead. Here's Mumphrey. It's a 3-6. 3-6 is a walk. So that's going to do it for Acker. Chuck Tanner can't allow it to go any further and get this thing more than a 1-run game. So that's going to do it for Acker. New pitcher going to come in is Jeff Dedman, and then we'll be right back with the pitching change. All right, Jeff Dedman is on to face Andre Dawson. 2 outs and Mumphrey at first. 4-4. 4-4 for Dedman. That's a chance for a home run, but not a good one. It's 1-2, but the chance for a double is 3-20. Chance for a double of 3-20, and Mumphrey could have a chance to score since there's 2 outs on this. Let's see. It's an 18, so that's going to be a double. So we'll do some calculations here to see if Mumphrey will try to score. It's a double, and it's going to center field because when it's not specified, it's assumed to go to center field. Deion James in center field for the Braves has a +1 arm. Mumphrey, his run rating is a 13. So figured he was being held, so that knocks him down a point to a 12, and the +1 from Deion James brings it back to a 13. So they're going to try it. 1 to 13, he will make it. 12, he made it. He barely made it, but he made it. So it's an RBI double. That run will be charged to Acker. And it's now a 5 to 3 Cubs lead. And that'll bring up Leon Durham. Now first base is open, so they're going to intentionally walk Leon Durham and pitch to Jody Davis. So Jody Davis will be the batter against Dedmon, righty on righty, with 2 on and 2 outs, as the bullpen has once again imploded, just like in History Maker Baseball. So it's 2-10 for Jody Davis. It's a ground ball to third to end it. So Obergefell flips over to Hubbard at third, covering, over to second rather, covering on the fielder's choice to end the inning. But we go to the bottom of the ninth. Lee Smith on his way in. Cubs lead 5 to 3. All right, Lee Smith then to try to save it for the Cubs. Have a 5 to 3 lead. Scheduled up for the Braves was Andres Thomas. He has been called back for a pinch hitter, Ted Simmons. So Ted Simmons will hit for Thomas against Lee Smith, switch hitter. It's a 2-6. 2-6 is a ground ball to first, so Durham makes the play, unassisted, 1 away. And that brings up the catcher, Ozzie Virgil. Virgil with 6-5 is a strikeout. So Leon Durham gets the K for out number 2. And scheduled hitter is Glenn Hubbard, but he is being called back, and Greg Nettles is going to pinch hit. So Nettles pinch hitting for Hubbard. Last chance, 2-12. 2-12 is a foul out to the catcher, Jody Davis, and the ball game is over. And the Cubbies, with a comeback victory, trailing 3-0 after 7, score 3 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th, to defeat the Braves by the final score of 5 to 3. Be right back with the totals. Okay, final line score for the Cubs, 5 runs, 13 hits, no errors. For the Braves, 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Winning pitcher in relief was Frank DiPino. He pitched 2 shutout innings, allowing nothing and striking out 2. Lee Smith gets the save with the 1 inning pitched and the 1 strikeout. And the losing pitcher is going to be Jim Acker. He gave up that home run to Sandberg in the 9th, and also gave up, or he was charged with the run after he walked Mumphrey, and Dedmon allowed the double to Dawson. That run was charged to him. The runs in the 8th that Acker allowed to score were charged to Garber, who was the inherited runner, scored against Garber. So the losing pitcher is Jim Acker. Let me write the L in there. So he is the losing pitcher. Star of the game, I guess you could really say DiPino kind of set the tone for the Cubs to shut down the Braves. But I think you have to give it to Sandberg. His home run jolted the Braves. There were 2 outs. There was nobody on, and you thought we were going to the bottom of the 9th in a tie game, and Sandberg had other ideas. So that's it from here. Hope everybody enjoyed that take on the 87 Braves season that had been playing on History Maker for so long. Strat-O-Matic style, just to give it something a little bit different. And you can see that the bullpen, no matter what game you play, whether it's History Maker Baseball or Strat-O-Matic, you can see the Braves bullpen has issues. And that's something Chuck Tanner had to deal with all season long, and it's something I'm certainly having to deal with in my replay. It can be very frustrating at times to have the lead and then see it dissipate so quickly. So that's it from here on a rainy Saturday. Matthew is not up to us yet. I don't think it's coming this way. We're just getting the remnants of rain from it. So to hunker down and do an inside job today. There is no grass cutting or any outside work with all this rain. So good day to be inside and do what you have to do inside and watch some college football. So that's it from here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend, and we will see you down the road.